Hey SnapFlash fam, a historic gesture is unfolding in Windhoek, Namibia, where a major city street is being renamed in honor of Botswana's founding president, Sir Seretse Khama. The move comes as Namibia and Botswana strengthen diplomatic and economic ties during this week's high-level Bi-National Commission. It's more than a street name. It's a symbol of unity, legacy, and a renewed Southern African partnership. But what does this mean for regional cooperation and the future of the two nations? Before we unpack it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more stories that connect the dots across Africa. On Thursday, 9th of October, Windhoek will officially rename Feld Street and Auspanplatz to Sir Seretse Khama Street, honoring Botswana's first president and one of the region's great champions of democracy and peace.
I think it's healthy to have an opposition which is effective, because it keeps the government on its toes. I would like to have had it, although I'm not going to do anything at all to create it.
Do you feel there's any danger, perhaps, of Botswana becoming a one-party state as a result of this overwhelming victory of yours?
Well, we'll never have a one-party state by act of government, but simply by what the electorate itself chooses. But we are not going to sort of pass laws to make ourselves into a one-party state.
City officials say the renaming celebrates Southern African leaders who shaped the region's social and political landscape. Temporary road closures will begin on Wednesday afternoon as preparations kick off for what's being described as a historic and dignified event. The ceremony coincides with the second session of the Botswana-Namibia Bi-National Commission, a week-long engagement running from 6 to 10 October in Windhoek. The summit brings together cabinet ministers and heads of state to review progress on trade, infrastructure, defense, and people-to-people exchange. On Friday, President Duma Boko of Botswana and President Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah of Namibia will co-chair the official Heads of State Summit, marking another milestone in bilateral relations. Earlier this year, on 15 May 2025, President Nandi-Ndaitwah paid a working visit to Botswana, where she held official talks with President Boko. The two heads of state reaffirmed the long-standing bonds of friendship and shared historical ties between the two nations, foundations that continue to drive deeper economic and diplomatic collaboration.
We have begun. Even our predecessors in the offices that we now occupy had started some steps in the direction of facilitating free movement of goods and persons between the two countries. We need to build on these initiatives and strengthen and deepen them so that our people are able to travel freely and goods move more swiftly, more smoothly, more quickly, and trade is facilitated. We therefore will need to remove all blockages and barriers to trade, the flow of trade. There are many projects that we can co-invest in as countries. The President was indicating to me, after the discovery of oil and gas in Namibia, the prospect of establishing a refinery, which on some advice would not be viable because of the size of the population, but becomes viable if we take the population as not just the people of Namibia, but the people of this sub-region, more pointedly, and the people of the African continent more broadly. And so this aggregation, this bringing together of our numbers helps us to fortify our economies against the extraneous shocks to which these economies will increasingly be subjected in the unfolding political landscape.
We have a responsibility towards our people in our individual countries in the sub-region SADC and Africa as a whole. And I think this is really the time when we are seeing a lot of changes globally that Africa needs to re-engage among itself and decided on the best way we can serve the people of our continent. We have all what it needed. Over 60 years of Africa's independence. I'm sure we have all the skills that is required, and resources are still there. There's nothing really that can prevent us. What we need is just the political will, and then to act on any decisions that we are taking, which is aimed to save our people. Yes, Namibia and Botswana, we agree to continue strengthening our cooperation. The railway, as you have mentioned, Mr. President, is very critical as an economic driver. Now that Namibia has oil and gas, we cannot claim this to be a Namibian resources. It's a resources in our region, it's a resource in the neighborhood, and we can all benefit from it.
This partnership isn't new, it's evolving. The Bi-National Commission, established in 2021, merged earlier cooperation bodies to streamline collaboration between the two neighbors. Both countries are now pushing for deeper policy alignment and economic integration under the African Continental Free Trade Area. Citizens of both countries, Botswana and Namibia, are allowed to cross the border into each other's countries using their national identity cards instead of passports. A bilateral agreement that went into effect in 2023. For many, renaming the street in Seretse Khama's honor captures the enduring spirit of Pan-African unity. His vision of diplomacy, self-determination, and shared prosperity continues to shape Botswana's and Namibia's modern identities. So here's something to think about. Should more African cities celebrate regional heroes beyond their borders as a way of reinforcing unity and shared history? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more SnapFlash updates from across Africa. As Windhoek prepares to unveil Seretse Khama Street, it's not just a new name, it's a reminder of how far Southern Africa has come and how much more can be achieved when nations walk together. Thanks for watching SnapFlash. Keep questioning, stay informed.
We'll be right back.